is there's no other substance that you can do recreationally that is also a medicine. If it's a medicine, it's a medicine, and it needs to be taken over and handled by pharmacies like a medicine. Where you get a prescription, you go to a pharmacy, they give you a pill and prescribed doses, and they do those things. If it's recreational, it's recreational. But you're sending a really poor message to kids that it's really good for them because it's a medicine that they can use recreationally, and that's confusing.
Part of the problem, the industry uses the word cannabis or marijuana interchangeably. So they talk about how wonderful cannabis is, it's so healthy. And the healthy part they're talking about is CBD. They're not talking about THC. So CBD, which is non-psychoactive, there are some studies showing there is some benefit. Still, it's pretty anecdotal. There are not really good, well-designed long-term studies on any of these things for anything.
For those legislators who are considering allowing CBD oil for children with seizures, there is so much that's missing in that narrative. And let me just start by saying there are products that are undergoing clinical trials with GW Pharmaceuticals in the US to gain FDA approval for a pharmaceutical grade product that would withstand clinical trials. What we currently are doing in Colorado is not that. They are, again, artisanal products made by individuals who are not doctors, who are not pharmacists, who are not toxicologists. They're people who are in the marijuana industry.
So I think the jury is still out. My guess is that we'll further be able to define a specific subset of patients for whom it's beneficial. But there's likely another subset who's probably going to be made worse.
If you look at Children's Hospital Colorado website on how effective are cannabis-based products for seizures, they are showing still that EKGs are not showing a reduction in seizures like we're hearing publicized. Some children respond to it, some children don't. This seizure disorder, Dravet syndrome, kids have a tendency, their brain routes around whatever medication they're taking, so it's effective for a little while and then not.
I think some people truly believe that it's going to help them. And this is what the industry does.
And just always remember, a lot of things have changed, but one thing remains. Cannabis heals all wounded, and you are not alone.
Self-medicating is not the solution, and we've known that for hundreds of years. Why are we looking the other way and saying, oh, well, they have mental health issues, so they're self-medicating?
They go into the marijuana shops, and the marijuana shop employee is telling them to stop their medications and giving them the THC, and they come in with a little paper that says how much they should use and how often they should use it. It looks an awful lot like a prescription, and that they were told to stop taking their other medications.
What I see that's scarier to me is parents self-medicating their kids with ADHD and ADD because it decreases those things. They give their kids marijuana.
With PTSD, there isn't any research out there that shows it's beneficial.
We would have people come in treating their diabetes with marijuana, treating, just you name it, people were treating it with marijuana and stopping their normal medications until they wound up in the emergency department to see us.
We were testing on human subjects and just making these decisions on the fly.
Really, science should drive this. This is a health and safety issue. It is not a political issue.
Even at the risk of people giving me death threats, people telling me that I just was uninformed or hadn't read the literature. I spend the majority of my time doing this, and it's because I care about my patients. If you want to talk about cancer, there has been shown to be some studies that show it might have some anti-inflammatory or anti-tumor properties, but those are only in vitro studies. There's nothing in vivo that shows a benefit. It's so much so that the FDA recently came out and asked companies to stop advertising that because there's no literature to support that at all. And they've told them that they're no longer allowed to advertise something for which there's no actual research in.
But you're only going to get these people to agree about marijuana as medicine. You're only going to get these people to agree about marijuana as medicine. The coalition of senior citizens, of housewives and professionals and doctors and lawyers and nurses. Mm-hmm. You know, politics is illusions.
Right. Shadows on the wall.
It's pictures, it's photos, it's an AP wire.
Right.
And so I've not created an illusion, but I've articulated what marijuana, I've changed the face from a long hair hippie to Hazel Rogers. Do it for 3.5 years and get away with it.